in the less than 3 weeks that they have to get it done, and maybe from their infrastructure. But, of course, there were a lot of choice words exchanged back and forth on both sides. To UVA Center for Politics Director, multiple best-selling author, Larry Sabato. Larry, good to see you. How likely is that time's a wasting?
I think there's a decent possibility that they will come to agreement on, first of all, not shutting the government again, but probably money for the border wall and safety for the dreamers. That would be the logical compromise. Maybe some other Christmas tree ornaments thrown on there to make it attractive to certain key members. Infrastructure, you know, that's awfully optimistic. Let's put it that way. This is an election year, Neil. It's an election year, and both parties tend to act in their own self-interest from the word go.
No, I think you're right about that. You know, we were recounting the tax cut and the impact that is of the budget director, where that will go. And we are noticing some improving poll numbers on the tax cut and people more favorably disposed to it than they were in the beginning. Very similar to Ronald Reagan's initial tax cut that was panned in the media, but then as people started seeing it for themselves, liked it. Now, of course, that was phased in. And because it was phased in the midterms that year, Republicans lost a lot of seats. What do you envision now? Since this is all immediate, nothing is delayed. Is there possibly Republicans could come out of this potential poll rut they're in?
Well, look, they could. I think you want to see what President Trump's approval rating is, obviously, because in a midterm election, that's one of the critical factors. But I could see him gradually increasing his numbers if people really like the tax cut bill once it starts affecting them, and it should start in February, as we understand it. They should see more money, at least most people should see a bit more money in their accounts. We shall see whether that actually is true and who benefits. But that's their best shot, Neil, and they know it. They've got to emphasize that. They've got to say, we've produced, we've helped you, and therefore it's time to help us. Don't give a majority to the Democrats in the House or the Senate. You know, they'll just have to play those cards and see if it's enough to hold the House and the Senate.
Are you surprised what companies are doing, Larry, and that some of them, maybe because of cursor riches, their taxes went down so much, the benefits of media expensing, the one-time tax holiday to bring billions home, in Apple's case, to encourage it to invest hundreds of billions of dollars in the next 10 years. Whether that's all the tax cut, we could debate that. But a lot of companies doing the same thing. 3 million plus Americans getting some bonuses, some benefits, utility customers getting some rebates as a result. That this is a factor that maybe Democrats didn't consider when they unanimously voted against it, and it could come back to bite them.
I doubt it was considered because, you know, people at organizations and companies make lots of promises and they don't always deliver. In this case, they have been delivering. Now, there were some tax reasons for them doing what they did before the end of 2017. Absolutely. But now that we're in 2018, they're doing it for other reasons. And look, they did, some of them at least, did promise to do this ahead of the tax bill. So they have fulfilled those promises. They have to continue to do so because the public memory is relatively short for a good reason. Loads and loads of things happen every week. They have to continue that. They have to continue driving home that message. Republicans seem very confident they can do it, and they're going to have a lot of money in their campaign accounts to get that message across using TV advertising and other forms of advertising.
You know, Director Mulvaney kind of revealed something interesting to me, at least in our brief chat there, about the president always talking up the stock market. Ronald Reagan, you're the historian extraordinaire, was leery of doing that sort of thing. Most presidents are, because whatever they're praising could reverse on them and make them look like fools. But this president pounds the theme. It's been certainly the wind at his back. What did you think of what Mulvaney was saying? You know, sometimes maybe, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but be careful.
Yeah, I was interested in that answer, Neil, because I expected him to say, no, I never discussed that, why the president knows exactly what he's doing. But I think a lot of Republican political consultants and maybe Republican members of Congress and so on are a little wary of this, because what goes up will come down. The stock market at some point will have a correction. Yes, it's been a tremendous run-up. It would be hard for any president not to comment on it, but to comment on it constantly so that you've got those little video bits to string together in ads and all those tweets about it, I think it'd be better to stress the overall economy is improving rather than hanging your hat on the stock market itself.
All right. Always good seeing you, my friend. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Neil.